What's up? I'm very aware that it's 5 a.m. UK time. I just can't fucking sleep. So here I am, half asleep, doing a fucking live stream. Don't understand. I don't know what I'm doing, but here we are. Guru, it's midnight. It's 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. UK time. Why so early? Early is a word to put it, to be fair. What is this? Go to sleep before? I ain't going to sleep. I have to stay up until 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not tired, very clearly. I'm going to have to get up into the day tomorrow. So why not just go live towards the end of the day? Even if I'm tired, I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking bored and I've already jacked off 10 times. I mean, a normal amount of times, like 7. But, you know. In Los Angeles, it's 9 p.m. Wow. It's 9 p.m. Cali time, eh? That is a long time difference. That's 8 whole hours. Guru, we are your minions. Okay. 24-hour stream? No. There's hairs in my mouth. I'm not enjoying myself so far on this stream. This is a terrible experience. I was just watching the War Machine documentary and I couldn't sleep. I don't know why I was watching the War Machine documentary, but I was fucking watching the War Machine documentary. Lewis by destruction. Indeed, no. I doubt it will happen. I really doubt it will happen. I'm seeing Gane destroying him. I feel like Lewis is being too confident. You know what I'm saying? I was okay with the chance of Lewis winning, but he's doing too much. So I feel like Gane's just going to tool him up and just destroy him and TKO him. We'll see how it goes. Guru, I'm back. Was having a cup of Joe with Jake Paul, and also does Robbie sleep Nick? I believe Robbie Lawler will beat Nick Diaz, but it just depends. I feel like Nick Diaz just doesn't really want to win anymore or anything like that. Yo, Guru, hi. No, I'm just fucking... It's 5 a.m. I'm still the average amount of tiredness that you would have at that time. Hey, how's it going? Are you making the fast track video for Roman Dolidze? I will not be making the fast track video for Roman Dolidze in any way. Gane is such a nice person. Thoughts on the face-off? He's just being a bit more calm than he was before. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more calm. Not too shabby. Guru's hand up. My whole VBA. My whole VBA. I'm my label this me. I'm in this bitch to be. I'm in this bitch for choice. But I want to raise my say. I don't know. I don't know. Wait. Thank you for the $5, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate that. That was $5 because of my amazing rapping skill. I really do appreciate being paid for my work. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? I mean, obviously I deserve it, but like, thank you anyway for the $5, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate your $5, good sir. I just clicked my whole set of knuckles there while closing my fist. Not the best. Thank you for the $5, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate you and your corgi that you sent me as well. You ever do late streams like this? Well, I mean, for fight nights I do, but not normally on the other days. Does Gane destroy Jones in your opinion? I think he does. I think Gane's going to be the heavyweight GOAT. Hot take. I think he beats Ngannou. I think he beats Lewis this weekend. I think he beats Ngannou. I think he beats John Jones. Then I think he beats Stipe Miocic coming off a win against a random heavyweight. Maybe even John Jones instead of John Jones. And then I think he becomes the GOAT. Because if he does that, he'll have like 2 defenses already. 1 more, he'll tie the record, and he's completely undefeated. Don't lie, you can't sleep out of excitement for Penn versus Carolina. I mean, that's just... that's a different thing. You know what I mean? And you already knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep because of that fight. I mean, and it just comes down to Vince Cachero versus the great Draco Lini. There's just too many bangers. I cannot sleep. Chase Sherman's going to come back to win the title. See, something tells me that's never going to fucking happen ever in his life. And I'll ban you if you say it again. You know what I'm saying? What's for breakfast? I don't know. Yuri versus Gane. Gane, he's too big. He's too big. He's literally got lightweight skill. No, not lightweight skill. He's got... He's got like welterweight, middleweight skill at heavyweight. How long is this stream going to be? I don't fucking know, mate. Outraged Darren Till impression. It's 5 a.m. No. Let's raid MMA holes. I mean, we can raid their holes, but I don't know if we'll raid their chat. Thank you for the $5. Carter Rivers, another $5. It's late for me. What are you doing up now? I saw the notification for this stream and thought it was a glitch. And yeah, Gane will be the heavyweight GOAT. I can't sleep, so here I am. Because when I'm not sleeping, I'm doing nothing but just not sleeping. Thank you for the $5, Carter Rivers. I appreciate being paid at this time. That's pretty nice. I was just sitting there in bed thinking, like, this is all wasted hours. I've been in bed for an hour. Nothing's happening. Nothing. And then here we are. Guru, did you just kick a girl out of your house after hooking up and now you want to chat with the boys? No. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. Carter Rivers. No, I didn't just kick a girl out, but your mum will be home in 2 hours. Thank you for the $5, Carter Rivers. I appreciate you. I don't know how I know that, but she'll just be back soon. Relentless masturbation. There's merciless masturbation. Robert Whittaker. You? Equality. Volkov versus Tybura prediction. Easy money, man, for Volkov, man. I think easy money for him, you know. You're very hip to be here. Easy money for Volkov, straight up. I think he gets just a free paycheck. How much does Volkov get paid? Let's have a little gander. Man, Gane's resume, if he takes the belt off Ngannou after this, if he does win, knock on wood, if he does win, that's an insane resume. JDS, Volkov, Rosenstruik, and then Derek Lewis and Ngannou in a clean sweep. Not too shabby. Cyril Gane, Volkov got paid 100 grand. Okay, so Volkov's going to cash in a nice and easy 200 grand against Tybura. Not too shabby. Thank you for the £5, Ethan Sapp. $5, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate that, dude. I keep a London clock on my phone, so I know the hell you go through, lol. Also, Gane is a sleeper for heavyweight GOAT. I agree. Thank you for the $5, Ethan Sapp. And how old is Gane? I just typed Ethan Sapp into my search bar. My bad. I'm really not functioning very well right now. I want to say he's like 32. He's 31. And he's got till April to be 32. Dude, I'm telling you, he could be GOAT and still be 32. Thank you for the $5, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate your $5, good sir, so much. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people keep those kind of clocks around in their house. I've never understood it, but it seems reasonably cool, I guess. Cyril is fave by far, yeah. I don't think he should be that big of a favorite. I think Cyril Gane should be a 2-1 favorite. In all honesty. Just because you know Derek Lewis can end it in one punch, but we'll see. Goat age. Indeed, goat age. Thank you for the $5, Ethan Sapp. A well-known period in history of humanity as well. Everyone remembers Bronze Age, Copper Age, Dark Age, Stone Age, Medieval Age. But they don't remember Goat Age. You know what I mean? When goats were first introduced. Revolutionized everything. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. General Lols 69. Lol. Why do you dislike Delidze? He's the next big star. Because he's not. I don't know. I don't dislike Delidze. You know, you're joking in your very statement of that. That's the joke that you're saying. I know you're chuckling to yourself right now. But he lost to Trevin Giles. He lost to Trevin Giles. And I know he maybe could have won, but he lost to Trevin Giles. So he'll never be anything. You must not have work tomorrow, huh? It's Saturday tomorrow, so therefore you'd be correct. No, I'm joking. I've got work in 3 hours. Are you watching Tough? No, I'm not. I'm going to update myself around closer to the fight time, I think. I just can't get into Tough. It just doesn't do it for me. I find myself just skipping through it, and I don't want to skip through it because I might miss stuff. But right now, I'm just skipping till the fights, pretty much. But I haven't watched any more recently. Guru, go vote on recent Weasel community post. Alrighty then. The Weasel? The Weasel? Yeah, Mom, I bought it for you.
What's up, Jack?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Weasel here. Just want to know how often you guys would like the podcast to be. Man, fuck 'em. That stupid cunt. Why do I need to vote on that? Shut up. Why do I need to vote on that? I'll ban you. Who are you? Guru, I've been playing Minecraft all night. How are you? I'm doing good. I have not been playing Minecraft, but good luck in your Minecraftian endeavors. Thank you very much for the membership. Magic in the making. Welcome to the Beanie Cult, good sir. You can now access members-only Q&A MMA streams every single weekday, and they all get uploaded afterwards every weekday. 50 minutes or longer, MMA podcast Q&A. A non-retarded blow the belts every single weekday. 20 a month, £5 a month. Link in the description below. Thank you, Magic in the making. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you for the $2. Call me Touch CMT. Thoughts on MMA Prediction Guru Exposed video? It's weird. But I think the weirdest thing about him is his name. What a shit name. You know what I mean? Imagine calling yourself that. Just absolutely delusional. Who would call themselves that? You know what I mean? Or anything close. Like, what kind of, like, obviously they probably have a huge dick, because that's just kind of what you have to pull off naming yourself something like that. But, like, who would do that? You know what I mean? Thank you for the $2. Call me Touch CMT. I appreciate you. I think it's a weird video, but fuck him. I didn't get exposed. Some other guy did. Thank you for the free Australian dollars. Yanis Arhuntolis. Thank you very much, Yanis Arhuntolis. I appreciate your free Australian dollars, good sir. Wonderboy versus Shabazian. Oi, it's a decent fight because Shabazian's big enough to maybe land something big early. But no, because I think, I don't know. Maybe it is. Wonderboy doesn't seem interested in moving up to middleweight. I want him to. I want him to maybe take on Tavares or like even Uriah Hall. Right? Uriah Hall versus Stephen Thompson, main card of a pay-per-view opener. That would be great to me. I don't know about anyone else. I'd rather that matchup than Edmund Shabazian. But I think Shabazian's going to be taking on like a lower ranked middleweight. Maybe like a Christoph Jotko or something like that, like an easier matchup. Thank you for the free Australian dollars. And it seems like Wonderboy's staying at welterweight as well. Why are you up, Guru? It's 5:20. I'm a human being. I sometimes don't sleep. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense. Pedro Cavallo versus Pitbull, biggest mismatch in Bellator. Yeah, Pedro Cavallo was absolute trash. I know that was very expected that he would lose. Uriah Hall versus Shabazian. I'm going to go with 3-rounder. I'd go with Edmund. 5-rounder. I'd probably take Hall in the later two to get a TKO or something like that. But 3-rounder, I'd go Edmund Shabazian. I think he'll make those adjustments. It annoys me that Kevin Lee has quit on AKA. He went there to learn wrestling and he didn't like it. He didn't like getting out wrestled, so he left. I don't get him, but it'll probably work out for him because he's the middleweight. So he'll just beat Kyle Dalkaus and then be jumping up the division, probably against Uriah Hall and then KO him. If Wonderboy doesn't move up, do you think he should fight the winner of Luque Chiesa? Maybe the loser instead. I don't know. I don't think Wonderboy is really going to get these guys title shots at this point. So if I was the winner of Luque versus Chiesa, I wouldn't look to Wonderboy as a matchup right now. Maybe if I was Luque to get that loss off the record, but I don't know. I think they know Masvidal's going to fight soon, and he won't get a title shot with one win. So I think they're probably going to wait for that, or maybe look for a Nate Diaz matchup because they'll just chuck Nate Diaz to any top guy. If I'm Luque, I'm starving out Usman. That I've already said this on stream maybe once or twice. But if I'm Vicente Luque, I'm literally starving out Usman. I'm siphoning off contenders and I'm starving him out and I'm making him old and I'm making him inactive and then I'm going to beat him. Luque has a chance to do that, but he won't. He'll immediately fight for a belt within 2 fights. If he beats Michael Chiesa, waits 5 months, beats Nate Diaz, waits another 5 months, beats a top contender again, like maybe Covington coming off a loss to Usman. Usman hasn't fought in like 6 months, 7 months. Luque jumps in there, he beats him when Usman's 35. But it's just, can Luque beat these guys? Guru, I've been watching since 2017, and I have to say you're my favorite anime character story arc. Thank you, good sir. I appreciate that. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I know what it means, but I don't understand the anime thing. Imagine if Song Yudong KOs Kenny. shouts cuckoo in his celebration. It would be very interesting indeed. Very interesting. I hope Kenny wins. Kenny seems like a cool guy. I don't mind him. You 5 a.m.er. Maybe Guru can't sleep because he didn't pump one out twice today. I mean, he added it 7 times. Guru's up at 5 a.m. Indeed. Maybe Guru can't sleep because you're just typing it over and over. Wrestling Gane and Jinping. Him as good game plan for Lewis because he could have contained Gane like that. Wrestling Gane and ground and pounding him is a good game plan for Lewis because he could contain Gane like that. Yeah, but I also think if Lewis doesn't get what he wants immediately from trying to take down Gane and he fails a couple of takedowns, he'll just completely gas out. You got to realize the pace of Derek Lewis in fights. When he still looks tired, he will literally back up and just stand there like a fucking soy boy. He might land a big shot, but I think if Lewis pushes after Gane, he'll just gas and lose. Or just get caught up in the clinch and knee to the belly. But we'll see. And Ganu's coach, Fernand Lopez, dresses and sounds like a Cameroonian drug warlord. Interessant. Holland trained at AKA for a week and then quit. Shabazian trained for 2 months and still grinding. That's what you like to see from a contender. I think Shabazian still can be something because listen, man, the second round of Hermanson, if he lands like 4 or 5 more ground and pound shots at the end of the second round, he gets a draw there. If the third round is a 10-8, and if it's not a 10-8, which it should be anyway, but if a judge doesn't give it that, then they'll give it to Edmund Shabazian. But I think he can still be something. He just needs to work on his cardio, and I hope it's not an inverted rib issue. Ali's wife is a good girl. Okay. Guru is streaming at 5 a.m. Where is Megan Anderson's fan ass at? Where's Megan Anderson's gigantrous ass at? Yeah. 5 a.m. in London. Yeah, not in Brighton this time. Guru is streaming at 5 a.m. Okay. Gane is chosen one. He is what Jones envisions himself. At heavyweight, they ain't the same. Look at Jones' last 3 fights. Smith could be DQ. Santos 5 rounds on 1 leg. Reyes loss. And Gane's last 3, Volkov, Rosenstrike, JDS. It's a fair point, but, I think Gane beats everyone. But we'll see if I'm true about it. We'll see if I'm correct. That'll be waiting to see. Man, I really kind of hope Derek Lewis doesn't win. I like Derek Lewis, but I feel like I just want to watch Gane. I want to watch him evolve and get better and win. Because I feel like Gane is the kind of heavyweight champ where he'll just be in there every 4 or 5 months maximum of a break. I don't think Gane's going to be the kind of heavyweight champ that wins and starts calling out Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury and asking for way more money than he thinks he deserves and sitting out if he doesn't get contenders. I can see Gane being like a 3 times a year champ, which would be good, especially if you get some finishes. Guru's getting head. You just can't see it on stream. Yeah. Gane by submission in 3. I don't know about that one. Vicente Luque looks like he watches fart porn. Okay. Who doesn't, though? Guru, you need sleep? No, I don't. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I didn't actually die. Guru, we need new mods. I'll give you one that lets you fly out of the chat and around my room. Those kind of mods. Or moderators. Live chat. I am on live chat, you silly bastard. Do you think Sean stylistically on the feet could pose threats to Yan? Yeah, but I don't think so. I think Yan covers up too well and he takes shots too well. So I think he'd eventually beat Sean O'Malley. But I actually think O'Malley has a chance against Rob Font and Aljamain Sterling early. He has a chance against every grappler early that isn't as good on their feet. But it's just, sometimes it's not even about if you're good enough to beat the top guys. Like, this is a situation with Hamzat Chimaev. It's just, can you be consistent enough to get through a top 20, then a top 15, then a top 10, then a top 5, then the top guys is who you're taking on. Anyone can beat anyone, though. Same thing about the Bellator argument. Like, AJ McKee could be the best. Yeah, but, like, he might not have existed if he came through the UFC. Because Magomed Mustafayev could spin him, wheel kick him in the face in round 1. And he's, like, top 30. Or like Clay Guida could fucking somehow survive a first round onslaught and grind him out in the last 2. And that's just a hurdle in his career that he has to overcome. And that's like top 50. Thank you for the $5, darling boy. I appreciate your $5. Good. Did the sound of your parents' bed creaking wake you up? No, it doesn't creak. Thank you for the $5, darling boy. I appreciate the donations today, guys. Some late night donos. I don't mind some nice late night donos to make me feel real nice before bed. Thank you for the $5, darling boy. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much indeed. Thanks, dude. No, it didn't. And I couldn't sleep in the first place. Thank you for the $5 though, dude. I really appreciate the donations. So much indeed. Favorite musical genre? Dude, I like a bit of rap, but I don't mind like some rock songs. You'll probably tell by the fucking songs that I hum on stream pretty often. I always seem to whack out like some 80s rock song, and that's just in my head for some reason. I used to play guitar, so whenever I'd learn songs on guitar, I'm not learning fucking God's Plan by Drake on guitar. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, and so it makes you listen to it naturally if you're playing it. Guru, why are you up? Huh. The women constantly ask me that. They don't go down, love. They don't go fucking down. But you was just playing Lil Baby. Yeah. I know, but I like rap as well. I don't mind rap. Did the face-off get you more excited for tomorrow? I mean, just time going by is getting me more excited. But honestly, this doesn't feel like a crazy pay-per-view. It's a big fight, and I'm invested in it, and it is a good fight. And they've done a lot of hype with what little storyline and beef there was. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the prelims are going to be a drag. You know what I'm saying? And until like the headliner of the prelims with Fiziev versus Green, I don't know. I just like some explosivity on the like early prelims, and it does have some decent fights, but I just like when the prelims are stacked because it makes you feel like you're getting another fight night on top of the pay-per-view. And the main card could be a little bit better, but it's a good pay-per-view though. I'll say 4 out of 10. I'll up it from 3. I had it at 3 earlier this week. Now it's 4 just because of the build up, I guess. But you compare this to October's pay-per-view, doesn't compete. November's pay-per-view does not compete in any way. November and October are solid 8 out of 10s, 7 out of 10s. Thank you for the $20, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate your $20, good sir. Thank you very much indeed. Oi, don't forget you promised you'd play Sweet Home Alabama when Bryce Mitchell fights next. Not hashtag, open brackets, whenever that is, close brackets. So you have that guitar ready when the announcement is made. Thank you for the $20. I don't have it in the room right now, but I will make sure it's ready, I guess, to play Sweet Home Alabama when... Is he even from Alabama? He's from Arkansas. But, you know, we'll play Sweet Home Alabama. He'll be whatever fucking redneck we want him to fucking be. High five, Ethan Sapp. Thank you for the $20, good sir. I appreciate your $20 and your constant support on the channel. I do appreciate that very much indeed. Stop spamming, dude. I know you're insulting me, and I don't care really because I've got a 9-incher, but you're going to be banned just for spamming anyway. Thank you for the $20, Ethan Sapp again. And another $20, E&R. Thank you for the $20, E&R. Guru, happy to see you up early. I'm just staying up late, really, but thank you for the $20. Darren Till and Shemaev mixture. God, a hideous creation. Definitely the GOAT. Thank you, good sir. I work for Pepsi over here in the States. One day we'll get you sponsored. Chin fucking chin, young man. Chin fucking chin. It's pouring with rain in the UK right now. It was just a bit sunny earlier, and now it's pouring. Thank you for the $20, E&R. Thank you all for the donations. I really do appreciate this. Is it loud enough on the microphone? Because I'm having to lower my voice here. Thank you for the $20, E&R. I appreciate your $20. And thank you for the 20 Ethan Sapp as well. Not to be overshadowed by the sheer amount I'm being donated to by. Thank you very much, guys, for the $20 E&R. Lately, I play Led Zeppelin. Yeah, Led Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven is a good song to learn. Stop asking if you've been asking the same question. I see your words in the chat. So if you've typed something 20 times, I've read it and I don't care and I'm not reading it. I mean, because it's just weird. And you know who you are. Not answering those fucking weird ass questions at 5 a.m. Fuck you. Do a Hasbullah impression for the culture. I can't do it though because it's 5 a.m. I would play big money to watch Guru bathe in a bathtub of Pepsi. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to know. If I would do it, I don't want people watching, in all honesty. Hey, how's it going, Jake Ramirez, my moderator? Over and out. Over and out. Ting tuck when I'm rolling about. That's a bar. That's actually a song in UK drill next month. I just done it. Any UK drill artists out there, take that. Over and out. Ting tuck when I'm rolling about. That's all it is. Damn. And Dave, Santan Dave and AJ Tracy will remix that up real quick. That's a top 10 lyric. Straight up. That's literally going to be in the top 10. It'll go platinum next week. Who's your favorite rapper? Oh, I don't have one. They're all shit eventually. They all eventually just drop some shit and it hurts me. So, none of them. I love you. Thank you, good sir. Ali is a pillowcase. Thank you. Where is Megan Anderson when you need her? It is 5 a.m., to be fair. Thank you for the $20, ENR, and thank you for the $20, Ethan Sapp. I'll thank you both again, and maybe one more time and before it runs out as well. Thank you both. Hopefully I can get that Pepsi sponsorship as well, dude. I appreciate you. Chiesa going to lay on him for 3 rounds. It's really pouring down like stormy rain. I don't think Chiesa lays on him for 3 rounds. And I really hope Chiesa doesn't win. There's so many fights I want to go a certain way. Just for skill to prevail. And youth to prevail as well. Because how old is Derek Lewis again? I feel like he's 36. 36. Shit. Can we get like a 30-year-old? I just want a 30-year-old era at heavyweight. Is that so much to fucking ask for, dude? Can we not have a 30-year-old era? How old is Tom Aspinall? Is he young? He's ranked right now. Let's see how old these motherfuckers are. Tom Aspinall's 28 years of age. That is good. Okay, here we go. We just need this 30-year-old era, and then heavyweight will be good and just, and they'll all be athletes rather than fat old men. So he's 28 and he's 29 in April, so he's got a long time left to be in 28. Crystal Kaus, you saggy cunt. You empty costume. 31, decent, high enough ranked right now. Guru, have you heard of the upcoming Dagestani in PFL named... Just shut up. Jesus Christ, just shut up. Habib's father is hiding. Okay, calm down. Did you see Chandler Gaethje interaction earlier? If so, any thoughts? Chandler is he made it nice off. Here's how I feel about the Gaethje versus Chandler interaction. Justin Gaethje had heard everything Chandler's been saying about him, like ducking the fight, and he didn't even say it that way, but Chandler's been talking about Gaethje and being smug in the way that apparently he doesn't want the fight. You know what I mean? So Gaethje sort of came in there thinking they were going to talk shit, and then Chandler just high-roaded him the whole time. Just took the high road the whole time, and then just made Gaethje seem a little bit... That's why it was awkward, because Gaethje had different expectations of what Chandler was going to say. I think Gaethje thought they were going to go back and forth and talk about how they're going to knock each other out, and Chandler was just being an analyst. He had his analyst hat on. I'm going to take my fighter cap off. Thank you, Ezax. Thank you, Ezax, for the membership. Welcome to the Beanie Cult, good sir. You can now access members-only MMA Q&A live streams every single weekday. And I'll go live with you in a members-only chat, and we'll talk about MMA like people and humans without spammers going on. Thank you, Ezax. I appreciate you. I upload all streams afterwards as well. 20 a month, 20 non-retarded versions of Below the Belt every single month, £5 a month. Link in the description below. Thank you, good sir, for letting me do a promo every time I get one. It's nice. USA just beat France, and now it's up to Lewis to win gold. Okay. They should definitely rework the women's division while killing off 145. Yeah, just like drop Felicia Spencer down, but they've just made... Here's what they've done. Figure deal. They've just done Holly Holm versus Norma Jamont at 145 to justify when Holly Holm eventually wins, obviously, a title shot in the 145-pound division, and then Nunes is this fucking 2-weight division reigning queen, even though it's just bantamweights not cutting. That it's so dumb that they're keeping it open. It makes zero sense. They were going to close the men's flyweight division because it didn't bring enough revenue. It had 25 fighters on the roster. 20 to 25 fighters on the roster. Women's featherweight doesn't even have a rankings. There's not enough fighters. It has 3 fighters on the roster. It has the lowest pay-per-view bringer in a champion in Amanda Nunes, who brings no money in whatsoever, and they're still keeping it open. It's so annoying. Just cut these dykes. What the fuck are you doing up? Can I just be up, dude? Get off my fucking back, Dad. Holly Holm doesn't have a prayer at 145. See what I did there? The preacher's daughter. I get your joke. Cyborg couldn't make weight. They should just collectively stop all women's divisions and send to Guru, it's clear after the press conference that we need to add at least 2 more women's divisions. Okay, yes. I've already I spoke to you guys about women's heavyweight, and they're all just pregnant. Body shots only as well. Abortion, the Christian wear. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Gane is going to make CTE smoothie out of Derek's brain tomorrow, and you've been banned. Ruthless aggression from the moderator there. But you did spam it twice in a... That is a... I mean, he did spam it a bit, to be fair. It was... Okay. That's a real jumpy one, but that's okay, I guess. He was spamming. Do they just bring random women's bantamweights off the streets? If you just join that division, you're already at the top 10. I know, it's crazy. If Aldo wins, then he's top 10 GOAT list. Don't care. I know. He's winning fights. True. And if he gets the belt back, he's top 5. I was thinking about this earlier. Because who's he lost to? Holloway twice. Moraes, which is questionable in a lot of people's eyes. Not mine, but a lot of people think he won. And it was a razor close fight. Holloway twice. Marlon Moraes. Conor McGregor. And Alexander Volkanovski. And Piotr Jan. So they're all like top guys. They're all top guys that have been champions or gone on to become champs, or he's lost a belt to him. Thank you for the $2 Canadian, Matt of Shemp. I appreciate you, good sir. Well, facepalm then. That explains everything. 29-1. Thank you very much for the $2 Canadian, Matt of Shemp. I appreciate your $2 Canadian. I don't know why you've said that in my fucking chat, but thank you for the $2 Canadian, Matt of Shemp. Appreciate that, dude. Thanks for the money, eh? And thank you for the other $2 Canadian, Matt of Shemp. Well, then that explains everything. 29-1. I have no idea what that means again, but I'll take more of your money. Eh? Good day, eh? Thank you for the $2 Canadian, Matt of Shemp. Appreciate you, dude. What do you see Gane versus Francis looking like? I see Gane completely avoiding action for the first 2 rounds. And Gane winning on points minorly, but Gane landing some body shots and jabs. And then Gane might have a couple of moments where he lands some shots, and but Gane will be moving so much away from it that it won't be landing clean. He won't be going into shots like Miocic did in the second fight. He'll be moving away from it, so they won't catch him clean and KO him, but they will land, and it will get a big noise out of the commentary in the crowd. And then Gane will win himself the first 2 rounds. But then, a couple front kicks later into the late second, and Gane starts breathing a bit heavier. In the 3rd round, he fails a takedown. And Gane lands a knee to the body and an elbow on the break and another front kick. And then Gane starts picking it up a little bit. Lands a good jab. Another front kick to the body. A couple leg kicks. And Gane's beaten up and tired. And then Gane starts whooping him for the last 2 rounds. 3-2 Gane. My opinion. And Gane KO's Gane. Yeah, but I'm looking at Miocic and Gane. And I think Miocic has like worse footwork by far. Even if he might have a better chin. I think Gane might have a decent chin. If Gane has a good chin and takes some good shots against Lewis, I'm picking him against Ngannou. Because his footwork's so good, I think he'll just see Ngannou coming a lot. And just move and clinch. And I think he's got better footwork than Stipe by far. Even though Stipe's got good footwork. Guru, do you bend at the knees? Only for the King of the North. The King of the North. Busted from King in the North. The King in the North, Jon Snow, bows to no one. Except for BLM. Winter's come. Stipe ate Ngannou shots the first fight. There you go. You can eat Ngannou shots. Blades ate Ngannou shots the first fight. He did. You can eat them. You just can't run into them. And you can't just Rosenstrike and pussy up and just lean back with your head up. If you look at Ngannou's fights, JDS rushed in, got caught coming in. Miocic got caught coming in. Velasquez got caught coming in again, recklessly against a cage, throwing fucking head kicks and shit. Arlovsky got caught coming in. You just can't rush in, and I think Gane can make it boring and be okay with being boring for 2 rounds. Where I think Miocic is more of like a get him kind of attitude. Thank you for the $10, darling boy. I appreciate your $10. Thank you. Thank you so much. 2 of 6 of female featherweights haven't fought in over 2 years. 1 of 6 is Daniela Wolf, who's terrible. 2 of 6 just fought in Jamont versus Spencer, and the last 1 out of 6 is a man. Okay, thank you for the $10, darling boy. I appreciate your $10, good sir. Thank you for that edgy comment. Thank you for the $10, dude. Good stuff, I guess. Thanks for the $10, man. I appreciate you, darling boy. Thank you very much indeed. Man, good donations. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Do you think it's possible Gane just tries to ground out Lewis the whole fight? No, I don't think Gane's going to do that. I think if it goes into the 4th, Gane might try a shot at the start of the round just to mix it up, because I think if he gets Derek Lewis tired and hurt at the legs, and his legs are getting chewed up a bit, maybe Gane lands a couple of calf kicks early. Then I think he can maybe control Lewis just by Lewis being gassed out on the ground. So he might do. I don't know, though. Edgy, Amanda is a bona fide father. Okay. I mean, her name is Amanda. She's kind of like letting you know, like, how have you not guessed by now? UFC is a prime example of how men of nature, women's physically business are promoting themselves and being less needy. Okay, there we go. Guru is some top guy getting 8 now. Getting top 8 now. Guru, some guy is getting top 8 now. Okay. Keep the content coming, Guru. Love your shit, lad. Not many love my shit. It's a very hard thing to love. It stinks. And it's got like sweet corn in it. So I respect you, man. Yuri versus Gane predictions. Gane wins. He's actually good. I want him to win so bad. Please don't let him get fluke KO'd in the 4th round, man. Thank you for banning him. Good job, Jake Ramirez. Pena continues to get effed by Nunes. Nice. Guru, any thoughts on KSW? Prospect Mike Africa. Rumor has it he's a real welterweight. Okay. I feel like it's Platinum Mike Perry in disguise. Lewis played football. Greg Hardy played football. Taito Ivasa played rugby. Do you think is more athletic out of the 3? I personally think NFL is more athletic out of the 3. Because it's more twitchy. It's more twitchy sports. Rugby, there's more bullying going on. It's more like a... I'll actually say this. I think rugby breeds better and tougher fighters, but NFL is the more athletic of the 3. It's a more athletic sport. It requires more of you, like twitch-wise and like speed. But for the best for MMA, I say rugby. It makes you way tougher. You get used to getting hit. You get used to pain of cuts and stuff like that. Like I've like done rugby and trained and came back with black eye. Thank you for the $6 Australian, Jack DeBellin. I appreciate your $6, good sir. I just think rugby makes you tougher. You know what I mean? I mean, it gives you cauliflower ears, so it's kind of connected to MMA that way, I guess. Thank you for the $7 Australian. I'm rounding up now, Jack DeBellin. I appreciate your $7 Australian, good sir, from down under, man. Volk equals rugby, yeah. And also rugby is more realistic to MMA grappling if you want to go for takedowns and stuff like that. Because there's no like pads, there's no gloves, anything like that. So yeah. And also I feel like NFL does this with rucks, but rugby, maybe I just played dirty when we were playing. But rugby, there's a lot of just beefing, even though the ball's not at play. Rugby's so hard on your body though. Yeah, I guess so. And it does give, I don't know though, maybe NFL's worse for concussions, because rugby you don't really go head to head. It's more like takedown oriented than blast into you with full weight, you know what I mean? Or like shoulder checking. But I don't know what I was gonna say. There's a lot of like just beef, even when the ball's not at play. Just 2 people just fucking getting into like a single collar matchup randomly. Anyone else jerking their D? Okay, we didn't need to know that information. No notification. Okay, I'm sorry. Guru versus Tim Paul. Loser takes off the beanie. Tim Paul ain't beating me in any competition unless it's like I don't know, what does Tim Paul do? A politics competition, maybe. Guru versus Tim Paul. Francis might regret not taking a Lewis rematch. If Gane gets a win tomorrow, he'd be very active along with his skill set. I know, and if he like waits and doesn't fight until maybe March next year, April next year, you know what I'm saying? You know me seeing your eyes and I think bomber eyes and I think here. Embedded just went up. I'm going to make a comment right now. Give me a second, guys. And you guys have got to like the comment. We're going to get the top comment on Embedded. And it's going to be my prediction for Gane versus Lewis. Are you ready for this, young man? John. Yeah, Brandon Tiranchai, please. It's a Bulgarian song there. Go like my comment on Embedded. Go. We're going to get top comment. Did you even sleep? No, I didn't. Gymnastics breeds the best UFC fighters and homosexuals. I'll be that guy to ask Woodley versus Jake. And how does it end? That's almost a banning sentence there in my chat. No, I'm joking. I'm going to go with Jake Paul drops him once at the end of the first round after Woodley has some success, and then they stop the fight immediately. And everyone says early stoppage, and Woodley should have got a chance to get back up, and they just call it off after he gets dropped. Imagine paying for this card, man. I know, man. I'm not going to pay for it. But, you know, it's a good card. And 17 already, boys. Let's go. We're taking over. We're taking fucking over. We're not just here to take part and watch a shitty Embedded episode, yeah? We're here to take over. Jake by robbery. He should have been a joke. Holloway versus Rodriguez prediction. Max Holloway, 5th round TKO. Corner stoppage on the stall. I think Yair quits on the stall end of the 4th round, but he's still like commended because of how like good of a showing he put up early on. I think Yair's gonna win like the first round. My opinion. I think Yair wins the first round. Second round's close, but Holloway takes it. Third round is all Holloway, 10-9. Fourth round is a fucking beatdown, 10-8 round for Holloway. And then Yair just doesn't get into the fight in the 5th. Best Jamaican fighter. I guess the argument Sterling and Ting and her. Even if you don't want him to represent the country and Ting because of the diving. And the pussy antics in which to get the belt with. Plantain. Connor impression. No. This is the real title. I mean, Derek Lewis beats Francis Ngannou. So, and Cyril Gane is undefeated at heavyweight. And, yeah, it can be considered that. But Ngannou's the real champ. He beat Miocic. So you can't really take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? You'll find us chasing the sun. You'll find us chasing the sun. You will find us chasing the sun. Connor impression? No. Top 5 all time? I don't know, dude. Stop asking me questions before I fucking curb stomp your ass. Am I crazy for thinking Ty can beat Ngannou? He's the only heavyweight to match the speed. Ty can win. Listen, I think Chris Dalkaus has a good chance as well. Outside of I think in terms of chances to beat Ngannou right now at heavyweight, it's Cyril Gane, number 1 chance. Alexander Volkov, number 2 chance. Number 3 chance, Derek Lewis. Then number 4, Chris Dalkaus. Or Dalkaus more of a chance than Lewis, maybe. I don't know. Derek can beat Francis. But I don't think he has a good chance of doing it. Ngannou has shit technique. I know, but he's Ngannou, so it's like it doesn't matter. The real mystery is, what does Guru do for a living? This, so long as the super chats continue to flow, and they flow gold for money. Poopy, poopy, poopy. I need a shit in my face. My name is the True Jody. My name is the True Jody. And I want someone to shit on my chest. I call myself the king in the north. And I ask people to shit on my chest. My name's the True Jody. That's True Jody's new song. Does Chiesa win? No, he gets humiliatingly TKO'd, clinging onto a single leg while Luque bashes him behind his ear. We've seen the fucking reploys, you stupid mad rat. And Gane always connects. Yeah, and you know what happened when he connects. Go look on the 5th video on ESPN MMA, and Gane looks so shit. Dude, he's weird. I mean, that was obviously ages ago, so he's obviously improved. But so is Cyril Gane, man. You're talking about a Cyril Gane 1 year into MMA. 1 year into MMA, and he's like doing good against, at the time, top 5 heavyweight in Gane, who I think was just about to fight for the belt. Top 3 heavyweight. It's actually pretty crazy when you think about it. Cyril Gane was doing very good. But, you know, when those gloves come off and Gane can just KO him with one blow, so who cares? Francis impression. I want to do the, you know what happened when I connect. You play any UFC games? You seem like you would be good. No, I used to play UFC 2, but I don't like the new games. I don't really play games too much. I want to eventually at some point in my life again, but maybe when I'm older. I don't know. I just can't sit still, play games. I don't know. No game really captures me like that. New Elder Scrolls, I'll play that. I'll sit there and grind that, but I'm not really a UFC player. If Woodley wins, I'll be so happy and I'll never stop talking about it. Hey man, what you talking about? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And it's very unfortunate. What's wrong with the comments? I don't give a fuck. It's hard to find time. Okay, the new games are too slow. Woodley has taken a dive versus Paul. He's hard pressed for money. It's common knowledge. Maybe. But the fact that Jake Paul did a rematch clause makes me think otherwise. Marai's impression. Don't shoot the messenger, man. No more bouts, no more talk, no more fight. The new games are slow motion trying to dissolve MMA. What about esports boxing club, Guru? No, I don't want to play games. Guru, what are you going to drink tomorrow night? Just some of that fucking baby blood, baby spinal blood. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not going to drink that. What's that called again? Chrome? I can't remember the start of it, though. Something before the word chrome. Alex Jones says it. Thank you for the $2, Jack Crisman. Thanks for the USA primetime stream. Thank you for the $2, good sir. Thank you very much for the $2, Jack Crisman. I appreciate it. I wish your name was Crimson. Sorry. I know you've given me $2, and I really do thank you for the $2. I wish your name was Crimson, dude. Crisman, you know. Jack Crisman, though. Thank you for the $2. I really do appreciate that, dude. No problem. I'll do USA streams more often. Thank you for the $2, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate your $2, Ethan Sapp. How much money for you to play UFC 4 with members? That'll be like a different tier. You know what I'm saying? That'll be like I'll eventually do like 100 a month member tier, and you can like have FaceTimes with me or something. And I'll just show you my fucking ass. Thank you for the $2, Ethan Sapp. But that'll be for the 1,000 a month tier. You know what I'm saying? I'll milk you. I'll milk you dry. You know what I mean? For everything you're worth. For my own like selfish gain. Thank you for the $2, Ethan Sapp. I appreciate your $2, dude. Thank you. Adrenochrome. I know, we get it. I got it. Thank you for selling me, though. I did ask, I remember. Barboza versus Giga prediction. Barboza wins IMO. Indeedy. Indeedy. Thank you for the $4, Salamander Man. Thank you for the $4, good sir. How would you rate UFC 266 as a card? Thank you for the $4, Salamander Man. Yes. Or Chin Chin, the day's gonna look. Goji over here. Thank you. I'll tell you how I rate 266 as a card. Here we go. We're on a mission. Let me find the card. Thank you for the $4, Salamander Man. I appreciate you. Let's find the card on Tapology. Thanks for the $4, dude. I think it's a good card. Obviously, the main event is not the best in the world. Volkanovski versus Ortega is not going to sell good money, but I think it will do like 250,000, 300,000. It's a good card, though, for views. You know, Alexander Volkanovski, Brian Ortega is going to get views if you make content on it, and people will tune in and care about that fight because of the attachment to the Holloway name. Shevchenko, Lauren Murphy, it's a good fight. Andrade Calvillo is okay. Blades, Rosenstruik, great fight. Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz, great fight. Right now, I'd rate the card a 5 out of 10. And that's good because we don't get 10 out of 10 cards. So a 5 out of 10. I think if there was a better fight than Andrade Calvillo on the main card, like a top contended male fight, it would be a 6 out of 10. And if there was a better co-main event with like another male championship fight, 7 out of 10. And with a much better main event fight, 8 out of 10 card. It's a good card. But my standards are high. I'm like the Prez in One Bite Pizza reviews. Everybody knows the rules. 5 out of 10 is an F in grading now. No, you can have 1 out of 10 cards. One title fight on this card makes it a 4. You know? No Lawler Diaz makes it a 3. Let's be real. You got to be harsh with these cards. I can't call this a 6 and Usman Covington card an 8 or the October card a 7. It just doesn't have the... It needed 2 more big fights and a better title fight. Just being harsh. Thank you for the $5, darling boy. And thank you for the dollars before. I appreciate the last guy who donated as well. $4, Salamander Man. There's your answer. And thank you for the $5, darling boy. Guru, it'd be cool if we could call in as you... it'd be cool if we could call in as if you were Nigerian, but maybe it's too risky knowing we're like 72% speds. Yeah, I know. Thank you for the $5. Someone would join in and just scream the M word over and over while saying they're white. Thank you for the $5, darling boy. I want to do that for members eventually. Do call-ins for like members live streams, like do a member stream, and then in like the last 20 minutes we get like free call-ins of different people and have a chat about MMA. That'll be eventually on the members though. But thank you for the $5, darling boy. I do want to do call-ins. That'd be fun. And it'd be good content. And then I could like I could do a call-in and it'd just be like I could post like a debate show on MMA. So it'd be me, if like whoever has the best debate with me on a call-in on the members stream, I'll just upload it as like a video. That'd be okay. Guru is on methamphetamines now, apparently, yes. Should UFC fighters make more sex tapes? Yes, indeed. But what? And I want to mention this. Sean O'Malley, I don't care what anyone says. No one does content like Sean O'Malley. If everyone did content like Sean O'Malley, they'd all earn more money and they'd all be bigger names. O'Malley's got 3 different podcasts a week. Like, he actually has a higher output than Brendan Schaub, whose job is podcasts. He posted another podcast where he just talks about MMA stuff. Miami vlog with Steve Will Do It and 6ix9ine. That got 83,000 views. I actually kind of respect the hustle that he has. You know what I mean? Because he's still working as being a fighter and stuff. He's just making shit tons of money for himself. Even if he does say some cringy stuff. That would be me easily. I'm the only person Guru ever debates with intensity on this chat weekly. Okay, calm down. The forecast is in Houston tomorrow. Sunny with a chance of hot balls. Okay, interesting. Rate 264 then. Rate UFC 264. Okay then, I shall if. UFC 264, rate it as a card. Not understanding what happened in the fights. UFC 264, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Carried by McGregor in the main event. Great card. 7 out of 10 pay-per-view. Aldana Kunitskaya being on the main card is minus points. In all honesty, Tuivasa Greg Hardy at the time being on the card is kind of minus points. No title fights. There could be 2 worthy title fights, but instead there's a contender fight at welterweight, Burns versus Thompson. Good card, 7 out of 10. I'm not just rating them based on what they would sell pay-per-view wise. Prelims, solid. If the prelims were weak on 264 and didn't have Condit and didn't have Price Pereira or Hall Tapuria, it would be like a 6 out of 10 card. But it's a good card. And yeah. Rate 263. All right, then. This is the new game of the chat. I like it. Easy work. 263 as a card. Main event is weak. Okay. Co-main event is good. Feature fight is good for a feature fight. Maya Mohammed, good fight. Paul Craig, Jamal Hill. At the time, it was amped up because of the embedded altercations, but that's not a huge main card fight. But it's a good fight. I'll match it at 7. Because the prelims are weaker. I'll match it at 7. Maybe. Yeah, 7. 7.5. I'll give it 7.5. 7.5. With one more good fight on the main card in a placement of, because it's Moutinho, you know. Even though it is O'Malley, it's also versus Moutinho. If O'Malley was fighting a Sunsao or Garbrandt on the main card of that pay-per-view, it's an 8 out of 10. When is the Guru versus Weasel debate video coming out? When he grows a fucking sack of bars here. Do you believe Max doesn't spar? No, not at all. He's lying. Fiziev interview. I think he doesn't hard spar with no pads on and just grits down and beats the shit out of each other. I don't think he does that. I think he just does light sparring. Doesn't really go for finishes or anything like that, but just gets the movement going and the slips and the counters. You know what I mean? Ariane Lipsky takes on BBC Heavyweights Gangbang. Okay. When is the Guru versus Cyril Gane's going to be the first French champion? I believe so. I believe he will be. Fiziev interview. I guess you could say that GSP was a French champion, but obviously not. But his native language is French. You know what I mean? So you kind of could. But oh well. He's Canadian, you know? I'm Canadian. Gane. Fiziev interview about fans in the arena versus no fans impression. He's like a condom, you know? You take off very nice, you put on not so good, you know? Who you got in Usman Covington 2, sir? Kamaru Usman, the HGH abomination, by 3rd round TKO. Live on pay-per-view. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington. America's champion goes to war. Versus the HGH abomination, Kamaru Usman. Fighting out of Nebraska. I think I'll call you Gukuk. Okay. When Gane gets close, it's over. Well, then Lewis can't let him get close. Or Gane can't let himself get close. How is Usman getting past Usad, like, seriously? I don't know what's going on. His head shape's changing. It's okay, though. How does TJ do against Yan? I think he loses by TKO in the 2nd round or 3rd round. I think he gets clipped and put down. But I actually think he gets clipped, breaking from the clinch with an elbow from Yan. I can see that happening. I can see TJ looking to close the distance, getting the over-unders, and then try and work for the back, and Yan tying him up, getting wrist control, and then just landing an elbow on the break. I can see him putting him down like that and then finishing it off with shots. I think Yan would win. But TJ's got a good chance. Oh, that's unreachable. That's an unreachable position on my back there. Just going to have to accept it like a bitch. I want to see Gane versus Stiopich. Okay. In exactly 24 hours, Guru will be trying to explain why he picked Gane and Lewis still won. I know. That's funny. Does the Izzy versus Wilkinson prove Israel's only good because of size? That went the distance in an unimpressive fight. Well, that was Israel Adesanya. That was before the Gane. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he couldn't finish Wilkinson with about 50 punches in a row, but he won shots for Costa on the cheek because he didn't have Gane against Wilkinson. You know. TJ is already the GOAT of weight class. I don't think so. I think Cruz is still the GOAT of the weight class officially. But if Dillashaw beats the winner of Aljo Yan, he's the GOAT. But the roids, so I don't know. But the roids only were tested positive in the flyweight division. So there's always going to be that counter argument. But I think it makes him ineligible. Guru, so you like a smoke and a pancake? A smoke and a pancake. Guru, UFC 300 will be a main evented by Amanda Nunes fighting a fat chick for an inaugural women's 155-pound belt. Okay. Interesting. In all seriousness, who's going to be on the pay-per-view in January? No McGregor, no John Jones. It won't be Ngannou in January, I don't think. It might be Ngannou Gane or Lewis, whoever wins that fight. I guess. But I think Namajunas will be fighting this year. Shevchenko's fighting this year. Everyone's already fighting. I think January might be a bit of a weak card. Thank you for the $2, Kyle Clark. I appreciate your $2. Gone by championship rounds, TKO, no doubt. Thank you very much for the $2, Kyle Clark, with an educated prediction there. That being said, Derek Lewis by KO. No, I'm joking though. Cyril Gane, TKO. I've got round 3. I think it'll be late in the round 3 rather than round 4. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the $2 though, dude. I appreciate you. Kyle Clark. Adesanya versus Witt is in January. Adesanya Whitaker will be in January. Okay, that makes sense. I thought that could have been in December, but yeah, that'll be in January. I guess they could do Ngannou versus the Gane Lewis winner, and then Adesanya Whitaker 2 as the co-main. Adesanya would like cuckold himself into co-main and accept it as well because the Ngannou's African, and so is Gane or Lewis. I guess it's going to be in February. Okay, that'd be a good card though. Man, we've got so many good cards. I want to do like a matchup with Jones and Miocic as the main event of a pay-per-view, because I think it'll be good for Jones to try and dictate his worth at heavyweight, surely, right? If he sells good numbers by fighting Miocic, he can then negotiate for more. But I'd like to see Jones, Miocic, and then like a co-main of Masvidal Edwards or not even Masvidal Edwards, like a co-main of Nate Diaz versus someone or something like that. I don't know. They should make Valentina versus Megan Anderson, Val, Holm, Megan. Okay. Jason Witt is the undisputed GOAT. No, I refuse to take that as an answer. You're incorrect. Imagine Usman gets the vaccine and has a bad effect to it because of the HGH, and now USADA uses it as their test. And he evolves to have, like, he sprouts another Usman out of him or something? Or is that too far? Imagine all the parlays Lewis will KO out of existence. It's almost beautiful. It's almost satanic. I hated Cruz. He reminded me of Mayweather. Okay. Best underdog on the card is Vince Cachero, because I think he wins. Lewis will win in the 3rd round. Okay. Usman versus Whitaker. I don't know what I'm saying. Heavyweight champ by the end of 2022. By the end of 2022, Cyril Gane still. And he's defended against Tom Aspinall. In Paris. Or London. You got French and English there. Decent storyline. London or Paris. Make it happen. You know. Chandler Smoke Habib. And best bet on the card is Morales. And good odds as well. Okay. Best bet on the card is Morales. I think it's a good matchup. They should just do an Arman, Gamrot, Garam, Fiziev fight night card. Yeah, just a fatal 4-way. That'd be good. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Aspinall isn't good, you soft English bum. Yeah, but you don't have to be at heavyweight, you know what I mean? You just have to be all right. I don't see anyone outside the top 5 beating Aspinall right now. I can see Volkov beating him. I can see Blades beating him. I can see the top guys beating him, Miocic, Cyril Gane. But I think if they give him too much time, he will become great, unless he gets chinned. But we'll see. I just realized that Michael Chandler is my favorite lightweight. Okay. Good stuff. Lol, Eugene Behrman trying to fuck Whitaker again. They remember from last year how much Whitaker enjoys the Christmas holidays. Fight in 5 weeks against Adesanya or wait 6 months after Christmas. I know, it's pretty crazy. If Lewis will win, he'll have to have the belt on his shoulder because the belt will snap if it goes around his waist because he's fat. Thank you for explaining that at the end by mentioning because he's fat. I already knew that was the point of the joke. Thank you. Kevin Holland versus Kelvin Gastelum. I'm going to go with Kevin Holland. I'll go Gastelum. I'll go Gastelum over Holland. Risky fight. No, I might go Holland. I think Holland could beat Gastelum. Gastelum's so short, and Holland's got the longest reach ever, maybe, pound for pound. I like Stipe, but I'm not sure. Gastelum has solid grappling, though. But does he? Because solid grappling, in my opinion, keeps down Adesanya and does good. I don't know if Kelvin's grappling is that good. I know he rear naked choked Jake fucking Ellenberger, but what else has he done with his grappling? It was good against Heinich, but Heinich isn't really a great win nowadays. Like that's not aged brilliantly well. How does Cannonier versus Kelvin go? I think Cannonier KOs him. I think he's too hittable, and Cannonier gets him. I'm just going to ban him like a couple of seconds after. This is just his life, so he has to get this out of his system. Then you delete this one, and he gets that one out of his system, and he signs in on another account, and then eventually he'll sit there and just cry himself to sleep. Yo, kick those guys. I know, that's what I'm doing. I'm openly speaking about it as we go. You just got to get it out of his system. Y'all are racist. He's probably not even racist. He's just like, what else is there for him to do? So this is it. This is the most extreme thing he can do, and the most impact he can have with his least effort possible. Usman will go up and fight Kelvin Gastelum, and the UFC will award him with a co-champion belt at middleweight. Maybe indeed. Yeah, thank you for saying ban him after every one. I'll now ban you for saying that. 300 seconds, King Nubby. We get it, you know. Usman will go up and fight Kelvin, and the UFC will award him with a co-champion belt at middleweight. I doubt it. I think Gastelum's going to really badly lose to Jared Cannonier by KO. I think it's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Dude, I watched a Whittaker fight again a couple of weeks ago. It was so bad of an ass whooping. I don't think Gastelum's going to be okay to turn around this quickly, and I'm going to actually bet Cannonier by KO in like round 2 or 1. To be honest with you. Straight up. Like, I don't see Kelvin taking the shots off Cannonier, and I know he's going to take so many of them while just wading forward and stuff like that. Would Jones versus Stipe draw more interest than an Ngannou versus interim champion winner? I doubt it, Benny. Hermanson versus Usman predictions? I have no idea, to be honest with you. No idea. Team USA won the gold, throwing around the old hook rock, indeed. Whittaker is a pound for pound, and I'm an Izzy fan. Yep. He is. If Whittaker wins against Izzy, he's got to go straight into the top 3 pound for pound. Because there's not many dominant defending champions right now. A lot of them are new ones. So I don't know what he's going to do. But Whittaker's definitely way up the pound for pound list. And Whittaker's still young as well. So even if he loses to Izzy and keeps going and keeps winning another 3 in a row, like he's just going to be in a great position. Ali's wife is tickling my feet with an eagle feather. Yeah. Dude, who are these guys? Stop acting like they're anything. You're like, wow, who's these guys? Like you're in a story or something. Like it's just some worthless spam. I'm just banning it every 3 seconds. Here's another one. Ban. It's just, this is what he's doing. Everyone's acting like something's going on. It's just immediately getting wiped. Why are all his profiles historic people? Aljo should never have been close to a title shot. I mean, he beat Sandhagen by rear naked choke, and he beat Pedro Munoz by decision, and he beat Jimmy Rivera, and he also beat Cody Stamann as well. So I think he kind of should be as well. And arguably, if you look at it based on what should have happened in the decision, he beat Hassan Sao as well. Why does Jack Hermanson act like a bitch when he gets hit? He doesn't have the best of chins, and he doesn't have the best of striking, so he's not confident in himself taking shots. You know what I mean? Who's Noah? I don't know. Guru, why are fight nights shit now, like the Islam fight? I have no idea. I have no idea why they're so bad, to be honest with you. Whittaker will get KO'd stiff by Gane Adesanya again, but worse, because Whittaker fought pre-Gane Adesanya. He did, but that was when it was started. I don't think when the Gane started is when it started, you know? Holland or Hall? I have no idea. Thank you for the $5, Elvin Kriegsman. I appreciate your $5, good sir. If Lewis loses without taking damage, can you put him against Stipe in December because Jones is a joke? Loses without taking damage, him versus Stipe in December. I guess you could. You could add him to the main card of a pay-per-view there, or like a main event of a fight night or something like that. So, yeah, thank you for the $5, Elvin Kriegsman. I appreciate your $5, good sir. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I think that would be the best thing to do. And if Derek Lewis doesn't take any damage and gets finished by like a body shot in the third and doesn't get cut open or concussed or like knocked out cold, he just gets hurt with a body shot, definitely turn him around real quick and pay him some good money to fight Miocic. Because even for Miocic, it's still an amazing win to have on his resume for Derek Lewis's name, you know? And it's a winnable fight for Miocic as well. And also, I feel like Miocic knows he's going to stay in the UFC, you know? The wrath of the Dagestani bots is upon us. Yeah, just ban every 2 seconds. It's fine. I'm literally hovering over the button where it bans and I just click it every 2 seconds. If Derek wins, they're going to start serving hot ball soap, Super Popeyes. Yeah. And also, there's a new thing on YouTube Live, which is chat rate. And the higher it is, the more your stream gets like publicized. So if anything, it's kind of good. Man, I just feel sad and pity for people that spam chats. No, it's actually good. It actually helps my chat rate and it moves me up on the live stream tiers compared to like viewer density. So I'll take it. I'll click 2 buttons every now and again. I think Rockhold has a good chance to submit Strickland. He does have a really good chance to submit Strickland, in all honesty. He has a pretty good chance of doing it. Thank you for the $5 again, Elvin Krigsman. I appreciate the $5. Click, click, done. Usman versus Prime GSP. Who wins, sir? Usman would win, but GSP gives him problems for a couple of rounds, I think. But Usman would win. Hot take. Prime GSP would have beaten Prime Anderson Silva. I think he would have rear naked choked him or something as well. I think GSP, around the time that Chael did what he did to Silva, GSP would have done the same thing. But a little bit more educatedly, and he wouldn't get submitted. Rockhold beats Strickland easily. Yeah, he does, I reckon. Do you think that the UFC should do a Grand Prix similar to Bellator? Only if they're making a new division. I can see them doing it for a new division. Subscribe to the stream if you're new as well. Thank you very much. Dan Hooker after Chandler loss unlocked. Ultra Instinct beware. I mean, he might come back better, but I don't think Dan Hooker's going to. I think a lot of the confidence in Dan Hooker's game was the fact that he's never been KO'd and he was not going to get KO'd. But watching him get KO'd by Chandler, I feel like it's going to take away some confidence. So I think RDA would have been a good comeback fight, but maybe he gets a Tony Ferguson matchup. Dan Hooker, Tony Ferguson, September pay-per-view in 6 weeks. Add to that card even more. Make it the best card. Make it an 8 out of 10 card or a 7 out of 10 card. And then it'll be great. Aljo should have never been close to a champion. Well, he beat Corey Sandhagen by rear naked choke. We just spoke about this. Why is Stipe frustrated? UFC said he can fight the winner of Francis versus Interim. That's a pretty good spot to be in. True, but I guess he wants to be active, which is kind of understandable, I guess. You know what I mean? Hooker versus Dariush would smash. Indeed. I believe Dan will be champion. Breathe me in. Breathe me out. I haven't seen Hank Hill in the chat in a long time. Is he still a mod? Yeah, he's still a mod. How would Rumble Johnson do in the current light heavyweight division? I don't know. I don't know how he would do. Guru, how do you even keep up with this many chats? It's just pretty easy. I read them, and I don't see the spam. Once I've muted it, it disappears off my screen. I know it takes like 5 seconds to actually disappear, but as soon as I click hide, it's like if you guys click hide to someone in the chat, it's just immediately gone from my thing. You know? This dude has TJ Dillashaw work rate account after account. He's on EPO right now. He's on chat spamming EPO. Could Paul Craig become champ? I hope so, indeed. Do you think Dan Hooker makes his opponents wear a condom? Maybe. Maybe he goes in raw dog, you know. Need to stand up, hey. Kelvin can beat Usman. More power, speed, and good wrestling, and a granite chin as well. So there's a good chance, but I don't think he does. I think Kelvin's using up his chin. He's using up his chin, and it's silly of him to do so, in all honesty. Very, very silly. If Sean Strickland beats Rockhold, which he probably will, what next? If Till beats Brunson, Darren Till versus Sean Strickland, fight night main event, near an Adesanya card, and then the winner takes on Adesanya, I guess. Especially if it's Till, but if it's Strickland, maybe he does one more. I don't see anyone beating Adesanya in that division, man. It's so annoying because you look at these promising contenders, and I think it's gonna take until another wave. I think Muradov is like a good chance of beating Adesanya. You know what I mean? Watch Nico Price KO on James Vick. I've seen the upkick, good sir. I'm a member of a fan club of the sport. I know of that finish. Strickland annihilates Rockhold's chin. Yeah, but he might get taken down by a massive guy. I feel like Strickland will win, but we'll see how it goes. Because people don't realize this, but Strickland was originally a grappling guy, you know? Strickland versus loser of Vittori Costa. No, you don't do a guy on a massive win streak looking for a title elimination against a guy on a 2-fight losing streak. You're done. Costa would TKO Till if they ever fought. Yeah. Gap right now dominates Usman. Indeed. Ali's daughter is a nice young lady. Okay. Do you think there's a version in the UFC? I think Macy Barber admitted she was and gained 100k Instagram followers. Strickland humbled Rockhold. I think he wins. I think he just busts up Rockhold a bit, and Rockhold realizes that he could just be a model and surf around again for another couple of years. It's always, I just rate Strickland still wanting money and being hungry for money at this point in his career, and I think he's going to go out there and just grit down and get it done. He started as a jiu-jitsu guy. He had good takedown defense against Usman. He never got mounted really and really pounded on the ground. He kept scrambling, kept keeping good position. I think at middleweight he's only going to be better at grappling, so I can see him just checking a couple of Rockhold's kicks, opening up a cut on Rockhold's shin, and then starting to piece him up in the later rounds. Thank you for the $5 Canadian and 49 cents, Frank Martin. Thank you for the $5 Canadian and 49 cents. I appreciate that, and no message either, so thank you. Thank you, Jordan Paisley, for the $20. I'm giving you $20, and I'm going to love doing it. Thank you for the $20, Jordan Paisley, and the $5 Canadian and 49 cents, Frank Martin. Thank you both for the donations. I appreciate you both. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate all these donations. It's really making me happy. Thank you for the $20, Jordan Paisley. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that, honestly. Thank you. Both of you, Frank Martin and Jordan Paisley. Thank you both, especially for the $20. It's a lot of money. Kai versus Cody prediction. Kai versus Cody prediction. I'll go with Garbrandt. I think Garbrandt can win. I would say so. Guru with a fork versus Ngannou. Who wins? Ngannou. What are you going to name your yacht, Guru? SSS. Nico Montano got cut. Lol. The SS Montano got cut. Lol. XD. Keck. W. Kai overrated. He's not overrated, but if he can't KO Garbrandt, I think he will just get out techniqued, but he might just push a pace on Garbrandt that Garbrandt's not used to and just be at a different speed. So anything can happen. You know what I mean? I reckon Chase Hooper and Ngannou are Virginia. Okay. Volk versus Ortega prediction. I'm going to go with Volkanovski decision. 4-1. Loses the first round, though. Trevin Giles' performance against Roman Dolidze will go down in history as one of the greatest flukes robberies in MMA history, akin to Douglas Buster and Mike Tyson. Calm down. His name's Buster Douglas, sorry. Unbanned Cyberpower X2. But I haven't banned him. But the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? He lives on Drury Lane. Do you know the Muffin Man? What if Ortega rocks and submits Volk? It shan't happen. Who's next for Chito? I have no idea. I hope O'Malley. December pay-per-view. O'Malley versus Vera 2. It's got the beef. It's got everything. You can make your own promo for it and everything. It's amazing. And it would redeem O'Malley's legacy, and it put him right in position to start getting top 5, top 7 opponents. Where's Vera ranked? I think he's barely ranked, actually. Sean immediately rocks Luke with the first jab thrown and finishes him with a head kick. No, I don't believe that will happen, but maybe. Thank you for the $20 again, Jordan Paisley. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Marlon Vera is number 14. And due to inactivity, I could see O'Malley shimmying above Rivera and Assunção if they don't fight for a while. So yeah, O'Malley could get number 12 from beating Marlon Vera just on activity and pure numbers of wins recently and being on a win streak. So if he takes 12 after a win against Vera, then he's looking at Edgar Dominic Cruz winner if that happens. Rob Font after a loss. Anyone after a loss. A lot of good matchups. Do you think Greg Hardy is innocent? I know that the woman who was going to prosecute him didn't show up to court because she had no evidence. That's all I know. Would you say the donations make streaming daily worthwhile? If there's cancer in the chat, and there's no donations, it does get kind of annoying. But I still enjoy streaming because I'd just be doing nothing otherwise. It's not like I'm cancelling a night out with the boys in London, bruv. You know what I mean? So I just prefer streaming to doing nothing, really. So it's kind of cool. Guru, when was the last time you had some good head? Ask your mum. Guru, Vittori versus Romero. Vittori, I think, would win that one. I genuinely believe Vittori would win that one. I think that's an amazing style matchup for Vittori, and he'd pretty easily win every round by decision. I think it's a great style matchup for Vittori. He's got great striking defense, granite chin, big, strong, great takedown defense, good pace pusher, good straight punches, good jab. I think he'd actually beat Romero, especially now. Maybe not the Romero that was previously at middleweight, but now Romero, I think he would, because Romero is getting older. You can see him at Bellator. He looks a little bit chubbier as well. You're on crack if you think Vittori would beat Romero. Whatever, then. I don't give a fuck. I think it's a great style matchup. Prime DC versus Jan prediction. DC would beat Jan Blachowicz. Single leg, just have him bouncing and then eventually get like an outside sweep or sweep the leg while he's got the other leg in a single and just get on top and probably win by crucifix elbows, Ozdemir style, or a rear naked choke. DC is a great style matchup for Jan Blachowicz. But I think Jan Blachowicz should beat John Jones. That's how it goes with style matchups. Guru, could you see Gaethje versus Chandler being a boring fight with Chandler holding Justin against a cage for going for points? I could. I think Chandler might try and go out there and just out-grapple Gaethje and out-hustle him and eventually get like a rear naked. But my problem with that is that Chandler's cardio is also not good. Subscribe if you're new to the stream. But yeah, his cardio is also not that good. So see how it goes. Who you fight and got? Who you fight in Gane in a boxing match? Would I fight in Gane in a boxing match for 100k? Yes. 100%. Boxing match with bigger gloves? 100k, yes. Yes, 100%. For sure, I'd take it. And I would lose by KO for 100k. 100k right now would change me. 100k would get me 2 properties in the UK, like in like a smaller town area. And I'd live off the wages and just increase my quality of life forever. Did Gaethje ever train jiu-jitsu? His last fight was embarrassing. I know. It's not that. He does train jiu-jitsu. It's just he never gets taken down. So he never spends time on his back in an MMA cage when a fight's on. He has no experience in a fight on his back against an opponent and has no idea what to do from there. Even if you're good at jiu-jitsu, if you don't have any in-cage experience doing it, you're not going to be good at doing it. So I think Gaethje had just been not taken down for so long and people just wouldn't even try because of the myths and the legends. As soon as he hit the ground, it was just like, I've never been here in MMA ever in my career, other than one moment at LFA, I believe it was. Or not LFA, World Series of Fighting. Some guy got on top of him for like a minute at the end of a round and did nothing. Guru, your chats give me life. Thanks, bud. No problem, dude. Sorry about that. I'm high as fook. Alrighty then, young man. Gaethje, 3rd round, rear naked choke. Yeah, maybe indeed. Maybe he does do a 3rd round rear naked, young man. Young squalor. I love porn and UFC. Okay. Where do you rank Eddie Alvarez in the UFC? I rank Eddie Alvarez not that highly, to be honest. I don't at all, in all honesty. Gaethje is a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Maybe Gaethje is a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, but he still looks shit on the ground in MMA. And Cub Swanson's a black belt, and he isn't a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That is just not allowed. If he's a black belt, he's a disgrace to all black belts, in all honesty, and I don't respect him. Cub Swanson is not a black belt, but he is. So many people are black belts, but they're just terrible at jiu-jitsu. It's horrible. Casey Kenny impression? Cuckoo. That's just all I'm ever going to do whenever Casey Kenny gets brought up from now on. Cuckoo. What a weird thing to do at a press conference. It must have been a bet from a friend. It must have been a bet from a friend. Mike Perry out-grappled Mickey Gall. He did. You're correct. Mike Perry's a legend, man. If Mike Perry got that rear naked against Tim Means, we're not even talking about Mike Perry being bad anymore. That was annoying. Okay. Where do you think Musasi would be ranked in the UFC? Well, I reckon he would still be able to beat Uriah Hall, so I'll justify that. He has a win over Weidman. I'd say he'd be number 9 above Gastelum and just below Strickland right now. Or number 7 just below Jack Hermanson. I'll say number 7. In all honesty. I like Musasi. Because imagine if Holland was coming up and he, like, Musasi was his opponent to get past. I reckon Musasi would have beaten him. No cappers either. No fucking cappers. BJ Sessions with Gillian. Ooh la la. Okay. I love Gillian. Okay. Qatar would KO AJ McKee stiff. Interesting. How does Chandler do at 170? I don't think he does well at all, in all honesty. He's way too small. Chandler's not even a big guy for 155, I wouldn't say. Not at all. Kevin Holland versus Khabib. Probably still Kevin Holland, but Khabib has a good chance of winning. But size difference-wise, Holland would be a problem. It's possible Qatar matchups. Josh Emmett. I think that's the only one to make right now. And it should be made. And I think it should be the co-main event. I've already got it down on paper. It should be the Costa Vittori co-main event, October 23rd. That gives them 10 weeks from the event. Costa Vittori main event, co-main event, Calvin Kattar, Josh Emmett. Feature fight, Daniel Rodriguez, Alex Morono, Kay Hansen, Mallory Martin, Gavin Tucker, Zubaira Tukagov, and then just have a bunch of prelims, I guess, afterwards. That'd be a good matchup, though. Barboza versus Qatar. Barboza's fighting Chikedze. I want to see Tony fight McGregor, and it would be a legacy fight. Let's do Ferguson, Dan Hooker, end of this year. Winner versus McGregor in March of next year. If Dan Hooker wins, he'll definitely call out McGregor, 100%. And if Tony Ferguson wins, they'll just make that fight anyway, and he might even call out McGregor. So I think that'd be a good one. Dan Hooker, Tony Ferguson, December pay-per-view even. Or just quickly do it now for September's pay-per-view, because Dan Hooker's CKB and so is Alexander Volkanovski. So that would complete that pay-per-view card. Oh, that would perfect it. If Andrade Calvillo got shifted to the prelims would be stacked and wouldn't lose anything. And Dan Hooker Dos Anjos would go on the main card. That'd be Volkanovski Ortega, Shevchenko Murphy, Diaz Robbie Lawler 2, Hooker Dos Anjos, and Blades Rosenstruck. That'd make that card a strong prelims. That'd make that card a 6.5 out of 10. Where you at, McNuggets? Where you at, George? Casey Kenny is a more evolved human than average same with TJ, Yan, Allen, Vittori, Hermanson, Sandhagen, and so on. Okay. How are you live at this time? I have no idea. I've got to clear my nose, though. My nose needs a clearing. Do Ferguson versus Cowboy, a fight that Ferguson can win. He's already fought Cowboy. Doesn't make any sense. And you're banned for spamming as well. And dumb shit as well. It's not even smart. Then you do McGregor Ferguson next year in April or May. Yeah, but you don't want to risk putting Cerrone back in the top 10 at lightweight. You want Dan Hooker to be the guy moving forward because he's still young. And you also can't give Cerrone a jump up into the rankings when you're not giving Fiziev jumps up, Arman Sarukian jumps up. There's so many people that deserve a jump up the rankings more than Donald Cerrone right now. So I don't think you can do that. Mateus Gamrot deserves a jump up. Demiris Magulov deserves a jump up. So there's just too much of a queue. So it'd have to be someone ranked to justify it. Yes, G, remember me? I do. Kamaru Usmagomedov. How's it going? These big Irish McNuggets on in your face. All right. To be honest, I think 2017 Tony beat Khabib and McGregor. Look at the shape he was in for the Kevin Lee fight. The best shape we've ever seen him. Okay. How would Hooker do at 170? I think he'd do very good at 170, funnily enough. I think he'd do pretty good. But he'd lose to the grapplers, but I reckon he could beat the other guys. Like, I reckon he could beat Jeff Neal. I think he'd quite easily beat Jeff Neal, in all honesty, on a technicality issue. I think he'd beat Bilal Muhammad in a 3-rounder pretty easily. Neil Magny in a 3-rounder, I think he'd beat. I reckon, hot take, I reckon he could beat Masvidal in a 3-rounder. But he could lose. I don't know. It all depends on how good Hooker's chin is when he comes back. That's all it depends on. We'll have to see. I know he's fought heavyweights in his early career. I saw the Gym Wars video that he had. Dan's so good. I mean, he's not that good, but it's just lightweights are really good. Look at Gilbert Burns. He's number 1 in division, and Dan Hooker KO'd him in the first round. So, and Dan Hooker's way bigger than Gilbert Burns, and big in general. It's so crazy that he made 145. I don't get it. Bilal Muhammad is delusional. Look at his Twitter nonsense. Okay. I saw Bisping talking about how he was like countering back people talking about not taking the vaccine. He was saying like, "Oh, you go watch Fox News, you fucking crazy conspiracy theorist." Like, shut the fuck up, Bisping. Zabit via help from all Ali snitching. Okay. Bilal hasn't been posting anything. Sorry. He hasn't posted anything at all. Sowie. Thank you for the $2, Noah Spencer. Guru's bars they are reasonably high temperature, to be fair. Is 35 tougher than 55 right now? I'd say so. Who wins, Ferguson versus Figueiredo? Ferguson would win that fight, don't be silly. Did you hear about the volcano? I did not hear about the volcano. I did not. Is 35 tougher than 55 right now? Yes. I think 35 has better unranked area, and I think it has better contenders as well. In all honesty. Like Black Beast hot balls. Okay. Hey Guru, my comment got more likes than yours on Embedded. How fucking dare you, rude boy? You did. But mine's like a Gane prediction, and the casuals won't like that stuff. If you saw Colby in person, would you smash his ass up? No. He's Colby Covington. He'd beat my ass. No, I like the image of him climbing the rankings. He'll never be top 5, Lamau. Like the image of him climbing the rankings. Who are we talking about? I have no idea what that means. Moreno is somehow now pound for pound number 5. What? No, he's not. There's no way you just jump up there. No, he's not. He's number 11. Number 11. Wow. Holloway's number 9 pound for pound. I get it, but he's lost a lot of fights. He lost to Volk twice. Poirier twice. He's lost to McGregor in the UFC. He's lost to Bermudez in the UFC. Why don't they... I mean, I get it. He should be up there, but... And he did beat Oliveira, I guess, technically. So that makes sense, actually. It does. It does make sense. Number 9's good. And he beat Qatar, so he's coming off a win at least. Okay. Hot ball soup with fries, $3.99. Thank you, Progressive Martial Arts. Guru, how much money would Megan O'Leary make if she auctioned off the BJJ rolling session with her? Auctioned off? I reckon she'd get 10k off some Prince of Persia type character. Arab prince. An oil prince, sorry. The January card will be headlined by Ronda returning to the UFC against Amanda for both belts. So they're fighting at 2 different weight classes. Okay. Holloway still sucks. No. Yan is too low on pound for pound. This is my pound for pound list. Are you ready for the banter that's about to ensue here with this new video idea? Or content idea for the stream? Here we go. So, John Jones number 1, I guess, if we're being logical and including him still. Usman number 2. Jan Blachowicz number 3. Don't give a fuck. Jan Blachowicz number 3. Reyes beat Jones. He beat Reyes. And he beat Adesanya. Volkanovski number 4. Adesanya number 5. Poirier number 6. Ngannou number 7. Miocic 8. And then everyone below that. Because Ngannou hasn't defended, and his best contender win outside of Miocic is Rosenstruik. That's how I think it should be. And then Moreno can go like below Holloway and Oliveira. So that's fine under there. Moreno number 9. No, Moreno would be number 11 still. I agree with that because Figueiredo didn't beat Demetrius Johnson or Cejudo for the belt, so he didn't carry over a good pound for pound record. Volkan Yan underrated, yeah. And Volk's never lost in the UFC. He's undefeated in the UFC and he's undefeated in his weight class as well. Adesanya just lost to Jan Blachowicz, so I think that should affect him and not make him 4 positions above Jan Blachowicz. I don't get it. Guru, how long do you think Derek marinates his balls before he cooks them? I reckon a good solid dry aging over a fortnight, I reckon. How would you see Zabit versus AJ McKee in a 5-rounder playing out? I think Zabit would submit him at the end of round 2 with like a Suluev stretch by winning a scramble and taking it back from it. Maybe. I don't know. AJ McKee could win that one, though. Do you rate the Schmo? I rate him, but I think he's doing weird stuff now. He has weird people on his show that, like, you can tell it's not even about MMA for him. It's just like, I'll have who I want on my show because it's fun for me. When I think he needs to kind of care about what his fans want to hear. You know what I mean? Because he has these NFL players on sometimes. It's like, there are 12 fighters on this weekend's card. None of them wanted to be on your show. You wanted to speak to this NFL linebacker that's retired 10 years ago that no one really knows. Guru, good list, but I think Roman Dolidze should be number 2. Fair play, I understand. Whittaker 10, he beat everyone else. Okay. Schmo is a fake journalist. Yeah. Problem with Whittaker at 10. Well, maybe Whittaker should be number 10. But problem with that is, in my list, he got downgraded for losing to Yan because that's what happens to everyone else who beats anyone else on the pound-for-pound list ever in the UFC. Every time someone beats someone on the pound-for-pound list, they move above them for all time. It's never been different. That's always been how it is. Even when Aldo defended the fucking belt in the featherweight division through WEC and UFC for about 8 fucking years, and McGregor beat him, McGregor moved above him in the pound-for-pound list. It only doesn't happen when it's Adesanya and Blachowicz. It's stupid and dumb, and I hate it. In my list, Adesanya would be lowered down, which would naturally lower down Whittaker to 12. Ye cheeks, I mean. Okay. Schmo's just annoying, really annoying. Okay. I think Robert Whittaker is number 1 on all-round skill set, and I love Izzy. Yeah, but it does Whittaker have Gane from a hormone imbalance during a global pandemic on the most remote island on Earth? No, he doesn't. Costa Izzy had me so disappointed, and it's the first time I've believed a fight was rigged. Genuinely, it was the worst outcome ever. Costa spammed emotes, but rigging is a thing since Figgy Moreno too. Okay, spammed emotes. Jesus. Paulo Costa used a Romero impression, but it was never effective. But nothing happened. Pound for pound ranking should be number 1. Okay, removing 2 Ngannou, and then you're out of the conversation and you're banned because you're spamming a paragraph again. Already out of the conversation. 2 Ngannou. I mean, maybe because Stipe was up there, but he's defended the belt once. He hasn't defended the belt, sorry. He hasn't defended the belt. There's champions who have defended their belt against other top 5 pound-for-pound people like Jan Blachowicz. You know? What do you make out of Jacare Souza's career in the UFC? I make out of it, it was a good career and he has nothing to be ashamed of. He's probably going to continue fighting, which I'm all for because we need people to get name value on the unranked area of the division, and them fighting old veterans is how you do it. So, what I would do if I was the UFC is say, it's okay, Jacare, we'll give you one more chance to go out on a win against Punelli Soriano. You know what I'm saying? And just try and recover Soriano with like a good Jacare Souza win. Or they could do Dricus du Plessis, but that probably won't happen now. Or they would most likely do, if Julian Marquez beats Jordan Wright, they'd try and do Julian Marquez Jacare. Yeah, he's never been the top guy. Just always a secondary. I think Gane wins by head kick. Interesting. Chris Matu versus Piotr. Chris Matinho. Come on, we know Matinho would win. Matinho's the reason there isn't a 6th round in championship fights. Because otherwise it'd just be unfair. Guru, which performance was more embarrassing? Costa against Izzy or Till against Woodley? Till against Woodley, no question about it. He didn't throw a fucking punch. He didn't land a single shot. Nothing's more embarrassing than that. Costa landed a couple of body kicks, like 2 leg kicks and a good jab at one point, and a punch in an exchange. Till didn't land anything and just got put down and whooped. That was the worst performance in a title fight, maybe ever. Straight up. Even Aldo landed a punch against McGregor. McGregor is arguably the best 45er. He beat both Aldo and Max. Yeah, but the body of work's not there. I still think Aldo's the best 145er. I don't think just beating one person takes their entire legacy for you. That I don't understand that. I don't think that makes sense. If Holloway beat Volkanovski, I would maybe consider him the GOAT. And if he had defended again against maybe Qatar by now, he would be considered the GOAT right now. But he lost to Volko twice, so I think that takes him out of the mix because he doesn't have the amount of defenses that Aldo has. He lost to Poirier at featherweight. He lost to McGregor at featherweight. He lost to Bermudez at featherweight. So that doesn't look too good for him. I think Aldo's still the GOAT at featherweight. His only losses are Volko, McGregor, Holloway twice, and that's it. That's literally it at featherweight. Other than that, he was 8 years undefeated. WEC included as well, which is basically UFC if you continue through it, because Cruz gets points for it. Bantamweight GOAT, you know? Guru, what about Leon Scott versus Till in London? I think Till would beat him. I think he's a bit better than Leon Edwards. Maybe by KO as well. Guru, what about Izzy versus Usman? I'd say Izzy beats him. I don't think Usman's big enough to get on top of him, and I think Izzy would just calf kick him and just be a bit more elusive on the feet. Usman's got a chance, though, but I doubt he'd win. Guru, here's a weird thing to think about. Yair Rodriguez could be ranked pound for pound when he body TKOs Holloway. True. He might body kick TKO Holloway as well. There is a chance of that happening. No way Till wins. I believe he does. Winner gets Ali's daughter and a camel and a llama. Okay. Goats in every weight class, part roid users included. Do you agree, Guru? 125 DJ, yes. 135 Cruz, yes. 145 Aldo, yes. 155 Habib, yes. 170 GSP, yes. 185 Silva. Still, I'd say if Adesanya beats Whitaker again, I think he takes it. Straight up. I think he does take it if he beats Whitaker again. But I'd say Silva's body of work is good. He set the defense record at the time. 205 Jones, yep. 265 Stipe. Yeah, but it's not 265. But yeah, that's correct. GOAT list, I'd say. But if Usman beats Covington and another contender, he might be talking about taking that title from GSP. Maybe one more, but who knows? Because GSP took the middleweight belt. I know it doesn't apply at welterweight, but it shows that you, as a welterweight, can be better than the best guy in the division above you as well. Which, in my opinion, counts as like 2 title defenses in your own division, if you take it up a division. But at the same time as well. And 4 years off. So I think GSP is a hard one to chase down, but Adesanya can take Anderson Silva's record if he beats Whitaker. I would say. Angela Hill OnlyFans subscription prediction. I'm going to go with no. Do you think Tisha Torres could bench press you? No, but she'd fucking military press me with them shoulders, I reckon. Definitely. Yeah, Izzy and Kamaru are never fighting each other, whatever people say. I doubt it. If Usman goes on a 17-fight win streak and breaks the record, then he's the GOAT. Okay. I doubt it. But yeah, if he breaks GSP's record, he's the GOAT at welterweight. But right now, Usman's got 4 defenses. GSP had 9 on one of his runs. On one of his runs, he had 9. And he took a middleweight belt. So, and he avenged both his losses. Usman's got an unavenged loss to Jose Caceres. But yeah, if Usman gets 7, we'll start talking about it. 7. I don't need him to get 9 because him doing it undefeated would make it like worthy of. You don't need to do the same amount, and the divisions are better. So I'll take away 1 for the division overall being better nowadays, even though it might even not be. Who knows? The division being better nowadays takes 1 off of him to achieve, so that makes it 8. And then the fact that he had more fights before the belt and he's undefeated takes another 1 off of there. So if Usman gets 7, he's the welterweight GOAT. But GSP's body of work is GOAT tier. You can't match it with anyone in any way. His legacy haul is way beyond anyone else. The only one who could beat it is if Jones took the heavyweight belt. Then he would win, if no roids are included. You have to add 1 for Masvidal. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'd have to move it back up to 8 because Masvidal rematch doesn't even fucking count. I don't care. You didn't earn a title shot in the first place, and you got 2 for 1. That doesn't make any sense. Anderson had multiple spectacular KOs at light heavyweight while reigning supreme at middleweight. Izzy can't compare. But he can, because Izzy's racking up a bit of a resume at middleweight. He's completely undefeated in the division. And Anderson tarnished so much. He tarnished so much, including losing to people that Izzy beat and also losing to Izzy himself. So it's hard to justify that. Anderson Silva tarnishing his legacy. The reason why Aldo's the featherweight GOAT for a while still, and Anderson might lose it soon, is because Aldo was never losing to the Moicanos and the Jeremy Stevenses. Aldo beat them after losing. Then he left the division. If he had lost in the Moicano and Steven fight back to back, then he'd be in the same position as Anderson. But Anderson just tarnished so much. Guru, are there any good bets on this poop card? Yeah, there are good bets, but there's never good bets in MMA, so take it with a pinch of salt, I guess. Gaethje said to Chandler, it's going to be funny punching him in the face. Okay. I literally live 20 miles away from Brock Lesnar's farm. Is your sleep pattern fucked? Yes. Yes, it is. John Jones is the GOAT. Even the soft people saw GSP. No. Jeremy Stevens is the man. Bloody beautiful highlights. Indeed, he does. Guru has a G. Okay. I swear, people are so fucking dumb and uninformed. Female fighters like Torres aren't just extremely flit Lamal. They're on roids. Whenever be Anavar, Einstein, Test, or EPO. Shit, so silly. Okay. They could be on roids as well. I feel like females don't ever get accused of that, but they could be. Just as much. Why don't you get yourself a real setup, set up a room, get a deal? Yeah, I'll just like create a room in my house that's spare and I'll just make a studio out of it. That sounds good. That sounds really, really good. I just made noise over a fart, but that sounded really good. Wait, hang on. Another room. All right, I'll set it up in there. I'm in a box room with a bed there, a fan there, and a chest of drawers there, and a wardrobe there. And the door is there behind the fucking TV. About my arm length behind the TV. Not much to do. I'll make it happen soon. What's your day job? Deliverer of items. KB Bulla will be the GOAT. Indeed. Torres low-key sexy. She aight, you know what I'm saying? She's always been alright though. Torres has always been a little bit of a sneaker, you know? Who won out of Derek Lewis and versus Cyril Gane? Who wins? I'm going to go with Cyril Gane, 3rd round TKO, front kick to the body, to knees to the face. TKO. Fighters like Holmes, Torres, Claudia, and Ronda all have taken some shit. Low, it's obvious as fuck. Potentially. If we're being real, Bisping wasn't even top 3 in his division when he was champ. Yeah, but he was still champ and he beat Rockhold, so it does mean something. And he beat Anderson Silva before that as well. So he did beat names that get him credit, especially Anderson Silva at the time that Bisping beat him. I want to say that was the first loss of Silva's career after losing to Weidman. Didn't he fight Nick Diaz, test positive for roids, and then fight Bisping when he came back? The Diaz fight got no contested. So that is a huge win for Bisping at the time that he got it, and then he won the belt. So it is a good win. Bisping was champ, so he was good. Okay. That's true. Conor won't be champ again. I doubt it. This will be fun. Go down the card and tell us which fights won't go to a decision. I need a violence payday. That sounds fun. If you donate 100, no, I'm joking. You don't have to donate. If you don't, I'll snatch your kids. Fighters at one go to a decision. Right, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to make my last-minute predictions tomorrow as well. I'm thinking Munoz Simmons goes to a decision. Leonardo Gato, I think Leonardo gets submitted. Miles Johns Dos Santos, I think, goes to a decision. Manel Cap Osborne, I think, also goes to a decision. Or Manel Cap gets a late rounds TKO. Undecided. Kovalkiewicz Penne decision. Manyfield gets a first round KO. Morales Rodriguez decision. Fiziev Green decision. There's going to be a lot of decisions, I think. Yudong Kenny decision. Torres Hill decision. Luke K gets a TKO. Aldo gets a decision. And Gane gets a TKO. So I don't think there's going to be many. I don't think there's going to be many finishes. Chris Matinho trains me. What, did you just run into his fists? Michael Bitt, yes, like this. Yes, now you're getting it. Or just run into him. Yeah. Just keep training and maybe you'll get there one day. You're not taking shots good enough. You know what I mean? You need to sell it more. Grow your hair out. We need more of a reaction, you know? Chris Matinho's School of MMA. Michael Bisping is the only PC right now to get some movie deals. Okay. Nunes beats Guru on HGH? No. Impossible. Maybe. Hill's going to get torched. Okay, I believe so. Guru is a homeless guy who sneaks into people's houses to stream? Yes, it's true. I'm just a homeless guy with my big old setup of a computer, microphone, camera, and monitor. And I just carry that around with me in the rain and wait to get through someone's window. Champ status makes pound for pound list harder. Should DC or McGregor be over guys like Stipe or Cruz? DC is in that mix still, but not McGregor, because McGregor's tarnished it more than DC did, and McGregor didn't do as much as DC did. So, I don't know. No, I don't think they should be above him, but they're in the mix. They're like top 20, top 15. You know what I mean? Nunes would beat you. Okay. Guru, who wins, you or Torres on meth? I would win. Torres is already on meth, so I'd just catch up to her, you know? Would you agree that Cormier's resume has aged very poorly? His wins don't look that good, to be fair. The Rumble win doesn't look as good anymore because now he's at Bellator. If he wins the Grand Prix at Bellator, it'll look pretty good. No, it does look good. Cormier beat Derek Lewis. That looks really good now. Really, really good in hindsight. The way he did it as well, how easy he did it. Has a win over Miocic. Even though he lost the other two, he still has beaten him, which not many have done. One loss to Jones officially. Ozdemir's not a great win anymore, I guess, but he's got good wins at light heavyweight. Gustafson's not a great win anymore, but not for anyone because Gustafson's completely fallen off. Prime Stipe versus Prime Kane. I'm going to go with Prime Kane because he was on EPO. No, I'll go Stipe still. Probably gets a KO moving backwards and Kane face plants. But yeah, Kane could beat him. I'm convinced he was on EPO back in the day. I've watched a couple of his fights again recently. What normal? I think he was on EPO. Plus, his body would break down because he was training too hard for his body to keep up with. So he'd be training so hard that his knees would just fall apart because of how much work he was doing. EPO. There's no way you're outworking the strength of your body. I don't believe those stories. And everyone used to say that about Kane. DC isn't in the mix. He would never have became champ if Jones wasn't suspended. Jones was still the lineal champ when DC had the light heavyweight belt. Okay. Okay. But he's in the mix still. Usman has strong bones. Okay. Guru, do you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? And what fucking time is it for you? It's 1 a.m. here. It's 7 a.m. UK time. Open those blinds behind you? No. Fedor versus Ngannou? Come on. I'm going to go with Ngannou by KO. Fedor's too small. But Fedor's got a chance. But he doesn't win. He's too small. Chael Sonnen said Gane is 12-0 and he never went 5 rounds in MMA before. He must have CTE, right? How is he employed by ESPN? Chael doesn't know anything about the sport. He doesn't. He knows big names and nothing else. Chael said no one knew who Sean Strickland was until a week ago. We all knew who he was for months and a year overall. And even before then, when he was at welterweight, if you paid enough attention. Like, I don't know, Chael's not really all there in some of the stuff he says. He also said that Gane still trains with Gane, which I thought was weird because he doesn't. And we all know that. But Chael doesn't, I guess. Gane via a sterilization of Derek's balls. Interesting. Guru, thoughts on WWE cutting 14 wrestlers in the middle of their show? 14 wrestlers in the middle of their show. I don't care about... I'm not 12, so I don't care about WWE. There you go. I don't know what that means. Sad for them. Strickland was well known. Chael's ego is just too high. Yeah, Chael's just not in the mix anymore with some of the fighters coming up. He knows that we're already established names and everything about him, but he just doesn't know the newcomers. People don't really pay attention to the newcomers. Until they beat a big name that's like a veteran, no one cares about them. So it took Strickland beating Uriah Hall, even though I feel like the Brendan Allen win is kind of better, in my opinion. I think the Brendan Allen win for Strickland is his best win of his career. You watching Tough yet? No. Luke Rockhold got the jab, and now he identifies as Sean Woodson. Interesting. Another jab once he gets his second dose. He'll identify as Mike Wazowski, and the transformation will be complete. Like Kai Kara France beating Cody? Maybe. When will you meet Lynch? I doubt I ever shall. Chael, Luke, Lynch, they all suck. Okay. Chael's kind of brain dead. He is kind of brain dead, to be fair. A little bit. Only a tiny bit, though. But he is a little bit. People will never know Bryce Mitchell until he pops out. Yeah. His next fight will get him some notoriety, though, I reckon, because I think he's going to be on a good position on the card. Just because he's ranked, I reckon he'll get like a fight with Danny Gay on the main card of a pay-per-view, or the headliner of the prelims of a pay-per-view, or the co-main event of a fight night. He'll be in a good position next up. Chael also said Aldo is not even 30. Okay. Chael was just making stuff up. Luke Thomas is terrible. Okay. Thoughts on October 2nd's card? I don't know which one that is, good sir. I shall just scurry to find it as you have mentioned it to remind myself. Yeah, good card. Really good looking card. Actually, one of the better ones of the year. Thiago Santos, Johnny Walker. Not the best main event, but the card underneath it's really good. Thiago Santos, Johnny Walker main event. Diego Ferreira, Grant Dawson co-main event. Kevin Holland, Kyle Dalkaus, probably the co-main event. But that's also on the card. Jamal Hill, Jimmy Crute is on the card. Jared Gordon, Joe Selecki on the card. Devontae Smith versus Jamie Malarkey is on the card. Carol Rosa Betchkohea, Alejandro Perez versus Johnny Eduardo. That needs like one more decent fight and then 3 schmucky ones and it's done. That's a great card. Stacked card. It just doesn't have the best main event, which is unfortunate, but great fights. God, if they could just announce Yuri versus Rakic, this week's announcements would be complete and epic, I know. It would be amazing. The Gaslam card is fucking loaded to the gills. The gills of a tadpole. It doesn't have anything other than the main event, but that's okay. I guess it has Pantoja versus Royval. I don't know. Doesn't really do it for me, but that's okay. It's a good fight, but I think it needs another few good fights. Strickland's a crazy man. Indeed, he is a crazy man. I like Walker, but Santos is a big boy. I think Santos cracks him on the chin. Walker's just so open to get KO'd early, and I don't think he can recover from Santos's shots. I don't think so at all. But we'll see how it goes for him. Maybe he goes out there and flying knees Santos in the first round. That would be ideal. With the cards nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if Ige Mitchell was the main event of a pay-per-view. Okay, I really doubt that, but honestly, it might be because Ige's from the Contender Series, so you know they get that privilege. If I was a fighter, I'd want to go through the Contender Series because the UFC is so desperate for one of the Contender Series fighters to become a champion. They'll do anything to make it happen. If Perez wins against Matt Schnell, they'll be looking at title elimination bouts for him. They'll probably rebook the Askarov fight or something. Should Cejudo be over Aldo or Habib in the pound for pound? Cejudo's in the mix. He's top 10, I reckon, in all honesty. Even though I didn't think he beat Demetrius in the Dillashaw wins against a drained Dillashaw, he's definitely in the mix, top 10 of all time. Didn't tarnish his legacy either. Defended both belts, technically, even though it was a short notice one against Cruz. He's good. Cejudo's in the mix. Uriah versus Cheeto prediction. I'm going to go with Cheeto Vera, 3rd round TKO, but good luck to Uriah Faber. There's a chance, I guess. I just don't know why he would do that. Goodbye, everyone. Toodle Pippington, thank you for tuning into the stream, and I'll see you later. Guru, have you ever wrestled or done BJJ? I did BJJ for a bit. Cheeto smokes Uriah. He does. He's going to destroy him. How much pay-per-view does the card sell tomorrow? 200,000. He got Walker, but he got power, but Walker's bigger. Yeah, but Santos got 2 fast hands and power, and he's going to catch him on the chin, rushing him like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Sean was in the UFC before the Reebok deal, and there was hype behind him because of how young he was. Chael didn't even know Thiago Santos until he fought Jones. He only watches feature fights upwards. I mean, that's just how it goes, isn't it? These fucking casuals trying to tell you what's going to happen in the sport. It's a disgrace. But yeah, see you later, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just flopping my hand back and forth here like a pansy. And I'll see you later. 7 a.m. I'm going to bed. Goodbye. I'll leave this stream up maybe. Why the fuck not? See you later, guys. Toodle Pippington. Goodbye.